Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 17 of the podcast where we talk all things film and television in real time. My name is Ryan, and I work in the film and television industry.
And I'm Noah, a sports broadcaster. Today, we are talking about Heat 2, Christian Bale letting that slip, the next Martin Scorsese movie, the hype for Project Hail Mary, and of course, Ryan, as always, we're playing a fun game at the end. How has your week been, my man?
Dude, it's good. This is the first podcast that we are simultaneously recording live on Instagram while also recording on our computer. So that's been exciting. Yep, there we are. There's us yeah, in multiple forms. So yeah, it's been an exciting week because my following on social media has grown exponentially. Um, uh, People really liked me sharing some stories about me, going from architecture to film. And yeah, so we're gonna try and expose our podcast now to more people. So if you're watching on YouTube after the fact, thank you for being here. If check out our Instagram as well in real time. If you're watching on Instagram, check out our YouTube. And thank you guys all as our following is growing. Really appreciate it. Noah, how was your week, dude?
Good. It's been a good week. There have been actually a lot of job updates, or at least a lot of things forming, and it's kind of been by far the best week for me of the baseball offseason. But I'm not jinxing anything, and I don't want to reveal anything. So I guess when I finally have that official final update, I'll talk about it on the pod. Until then, I will keep my lips sealed because again, I'm a firm believer in jinxing stuff, and I also yeah I but definitely things are going really well this week. And I did watch a movie, Ryan. I know you watched like 80,000 movies in the last week, but I only watched one, and that one was 10 Things I Hate About You.
Oh, I've never seen it. I've never seen it.
It's
I've
a good
not seen
movie.
10 Things I Hate About You.
It's a good movie. There are three actors in the movie that Nolan ended up plucking from, that Christopher Nolan ended up plucking from, two of which are Joseph Gordon-Levitt and, of course, the great late Heath Ledger. And it's so funny because, oh, it's
Did you not talk about this last week on the podcast?
nope. I talked about it in our first live.
Oh, yeah, in our live on Instagram. Okay, keep going.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. So I was, yeah, yeah. So um, it's really funny because I don't know if anyone in the live stream right now or anyone watching, listening, have seen 10 Things I Hate About You. But the first, or noticed this about the movie, the first shot of the whole movie that we get of Heath Ledger, he does this like Joker-esque smile, whereas it's the strongest, widest smile a person could possibly make, and it looks so Joker-esque. And I literally paused it and took a picture and sent it to Aaron. And I was like, "What the hell is happening right now?" Like, no one clearly watched this and got some inspiration. Like, okay, if I'm doing a Batman movie, that guy's gonna be my Joker. At least that's my fan fiction of what happened. So it was pretty cool to see that. But in terms of the movie itself, it's a good movie. It has a lot of like Shakespearean themes to it. They reference Shakespeare like four times during the movie, so a bit on the nose there, but it didn't really negatively impact the experience. It was cool. It was fun. It was kind of a classic high school romance kind of movie, so I liked it.
It's funny you say that about Nolan checking it out potentially because I saw a funny meme about Wuthering Heights and it was like it probably wasn't him actually watching it, but it was like Nolan sitting in a theater and it's like Christopher Nolan on opening day of Wuthering Heights, and I that really made me laugh picturing Nolan there. But obviously he was there for rom-com. 10 Things I Hate About You.
He must
Yeah,
have been. He must have been.
I'll have to check that one out. It's been on my watch list for a bit. I did go to the theaters this week and I saw How to Make a Killing, the new Glenn Powell movie. It's good fun. I wouldn't say it's anything that we haven't seen Glenn Powell do in any of his other comedy, crime, action movies. But yeah, that was good. And then I've officially seen all 10 Oscar nominated movies of the year, or Best Picture movies.
Good for you.
I capped it all off with finally checking out The Secret Agent. And it was good, but it's probably my least favorite of all them. I wonder how much that comes down to like the language barrier, and it's also a very long movie. Um, but it's very well made. I also think I assumed it was going to be with a title like The Secret Agent, like this big um, action thriller, and it's like not totally that. Um, but yeah, I'm glad. I felt very accomplished finishing all 10.
As you should. That's credit to you, man. What's
So,
and but I believe there's a certain movie that you think should win Best Picture based on your rewatch this last week.
oh, dude. I would have said the whole time that Frankenstein was my favorite movie of the year, and it would have been my favorite of the Oscar-nominated Best Pictures, even though I knew it wouldn't win Best Picture because the momentum's elsewhere. Anyway, I rewatched Sinners and I changed my mind. Sinners is the best movie of the year. Sinners is the best movie of the year. Sinners should win Best Picture. I love One Battle After Another. I love Frankenstein. I loved Hamnet, which I watched the other week. Heartbreaking. But Sinners should win Best Picture, and it is the best movie of the year. That's all I have to
I
say.
actually I actually agree. I agree. I'm not
Hmm.
as high on Sinners, I think, as you are, or as I know a lot of people think it's like, one of the all-time greats and everything. I I think it's a really good movie. I think Coogler does a great job. As he always does, of course. My only gripe with Sinners is that, until you probably feel a different way, to me it feels like two different movies. Like
Mm.
it genuinely, and I'm not just saying that because like it shifts the tone. A lot of movies do a tone shift. A lot of movies, the second half has more action. I'm not trying to say that. Like the first half of the movie feels like one movie where it's the South and it's like a certain situation. Like, and then the second half of the movie is an action movie where there are just so many deaths and you're on the edge of your seat and it's like a thriller and it's kind of horror aspects to it and it's just like a totally different thing. So as soon as I saw it, I feel like that was my reaction. The second half of the movie I love. I think it's phenomenal. I think it does a great job. And it's funny, I talked to Sam Messinger about this actually, and he thinks the exact opposite, where he liked the first half a lot better than the second half. For me, second half does work more for me, but that's just my only negative. There are so many positives with that movie. I'm wondering if you feel any way, shape, or form
The
that you
reason the
agree.
second half is as good as it is because you care about the characters from the first half. So it's like the first half puts you in the world, it expresses why you should care about all these people, so that way by the time they're dying and they're dealing with all this stuff, you care about them. Most horror movies don't give you the chance to live in their world and breathe in their world for a little bit. That's one of the things I think the movie does most successfully. So I strongly disagree.
All right,
But
yeah, that's totally fair. I just feel like, I know you're saying build the world. It felt like a different world to me. Like it felt like
ah,
I don't know. All right, we agree to disagree. That's fine.
we're going to move on to our main topics right now. But again, if you're watching on YouTube for the later recording that'll be posted, bear with us because we're going to just quickly remind our new viewers as they come in on our first Instagram live stream that this is the in real time podcast. Um, we record every week. This is our first time doing a live stream at the same time. The whole end segment is going to be us after we finish recording on YouTube answering questions from you guys. Um, but if you want to stick with us through this, we're going to go over some cool topics here about movies and the film industry and movie making. So if you make sure you check out the page and follow us, and yeah, we're gonna move on to our main topics now. So Noah, what do we got? What do we got here?
Well, Ryan, yesterday, Christian Bale, breaking news from Bale himself. Um, he released the news that there's going to be a Heat 2. That's right, a sequel to the classic movie Heat, starring Christian Bale and Leonardo DiCaprio. Heat is a movie that stars Robert De Niro and Al Pacino, two maybe the two greatest stars of their generation. And I feel like, I don't know if it was the case with you. I probably talked with you about this back then, but I feel like 5, 6 years ago, there were so many conversations of who's the best actor of their generation, and the two names that kept coming up were Bale and Leo. Like it was like who's the best? Like these are the two guys. That was always the conversations. The fact that we're finally getting a team up and it's in a Heat, that's sick. I think that's gonna be so good. That's gonna be, even though I'm not like a huge Heat guy or anything, I'll be there first night just for Bale and Leo. That's so cool.
Well, the first clarification I have to make to what you said is it's coworker Christian Bale to me. He's my coworker. I just like to make that very clear. We are coworkers, me and Christian. You know, we go way back to this past summer.
Oh, do you?
Um,
You have his
yeah,
number?
dude, I'll tell you a fun Christian Bale story. I don't know, in a second, but regardless, um, Heat's like one of my favorite movies. I love Heat. So the fact that I'm having two of my favorite actors, see Jack like that in our live comments. The fact that we're getting a movie with Leonardo DiCaprio, Christian Bale in a franchise like Heat, which is one of my all-time favorite movies. And I love how you put it that you're going from two of the best of their generation, Pacino and De Niro, to now having DiCaprio and Bale, and then yeah, I guess maybe they make a Heat three, and it's the people, it's Chalamet and whoever in 20 years, 15 years.
Tom
But
Holland after his Oscar nom for being in an old movie. Oh, who said that? Who said that?
dude, I'm really excited about this, and I think it's directed by Michael Mann again. So that's exciting. Um, And yeah, it probably jumps up on my list. It's definitely in the top 10 of movies that I'm anticipating for the next few years.
I agree. Did they say the release date, the release year? Did they say?
I
Was it
don't
like
I
next
don't
year?
I don't think so, but I also think Austin Butler's in the movie, which is cool.
Whoa,
Yeah, you
he's in
didn't see
that movie
that?
now. I didn't see that.
I think Austin Butler's great. I think Austin Butler is one of the best new stars when you look at that batch of people. I'm a big fan of Austin Butler. So just having that in addition to Bale and DiCaprio and Michael Mann returning and it being Heat, it might be top five most anticipated now movie for me.
Yeah, no, it's. I mean, it's funny. It's funny too because we literally talked about this last episode. You posted this on Instagram or TikTok or something where you said, "Are we getting away from the trend of like actors being able to sell movies?"
Hmm.
And right after you say that, it's a very, very rare example of, okay, this is going to be a movie that's sold by the actors in it. Because we're literally getting Bale and Leo. And we didn't mention Bale or Leo for guys who could just like draw a movie like that. And yes, it's a sequel, of course, but it's definitely going to be the selling point is Bale and Leo.
Yeah, I guess that's one of those exceptions to, there's a bunch of factors that could sell a movie, but definitely one of them is having two A-list actors of their time be in it together that I don't think they've ever been in a movie together. Am I wrong?
Nope,
You looked it
they have
up?
not. Yeah, they haven't. They
Yeah,
haven't. We've
I don't
gotten
think so. I
we've
was
gotten a
thinking
few.
through it.
You know,
So yeah, dude, I'm really excited by that. And also another thing is like if they're signing on to do something like this, they must have a good script. These guys don't just choose random projects for the most part, unless Christian Bale's in Thor: Love and Thunder. But besides that, these
who was the
guys,
best part of that movie, by the way?
who of course, but it's not a good movie. It's a terrible
Oh,
movie.
it's a bad movie. Still was pretty badass in it. But yeah,
Yes, yeah. I'll tell you my Christian Bale story later, but he's a
not
nice guy.
not podcast or live stream appropriate.
I probably can. I'll tell you. Every day after set. Actually, I'm just gonna play it safe. I'm not gonna. Let's move on.
What do you like? Give you a wedgie or something?
No, bro. It's something nice he did.
Oh,
People would wait outside with Batman posters, and every day Christian Bale would stop and sign the posters for these kids.
that's awesome.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, that's a great story.
Yeah.
What would be
I
wrong
don't
with that?
know. I get nervous talking about stuff.
No, that's really cool. That's really cool.
Yeah. They'd have like Batman toys and all this stuff, like, probably kids like ages like 12 to like 15. Maybe they were selling them on eBay. I don't know. Regardless, he would stop every day. Because I didn't see him stop, but I asked the security guards, like, those kids are there every day. Does anyone ever stop? Like, does anyone ever stop and sign stuff for them? And he was like, every day, besides one, Christian Bale has stopped and signed stuff for them.
That's so cool.
Pretty
That's awesome.
cool.
You love stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about, right?
Yeah. So there
That's what
you
it's all
go.
about. That's a good story.
Um, Anything else you want to say about Heat? Heat 2?
No, well, when we find out, as we always do on in real time, uh, when we find out more information, we'll talk more about it. Like when we get a release date, when we get our first trailer, when we get more of the cast. That's the fun part about this pod. Like as we uncover more information. we get to talk even more.
Awesome. Well, let's move on to talk about another all-star cast. You want to kick us off?
Sure. So the next Marty Scorsese movie after Mandalorian and Grogu is one that he's actually directing. Um, it's called What Happens at Night. It is starring Leo. He's still getting a lot of work. Jennifer Lawrence, Mads Mikkelsen, big Mads Mikkelsen guy, and Jared Harris. And the first synopsis of the movie is a married couple travels to a European town to adopt a baby, but nothing is quite as it seems.
Mm.
Ooh,
Ooh, see, I saw this and I thought Scorsese's next movie was with The Rock, this like crime Polynesian thriller. Regardless, I'm
well,
pumped, right?
the hierarchy of the Scorsese filmography is going to change forever.
Forever, forever. When The Rock, yeah, exactly. Regardless, this excites me. I mean, it's not too much to dig our teeth into, but similar to how we said before, the fact that Lawrence and DiCaprio and who else did we say? Why am I blanking?
Mads Mikkelsen.
And Mads Mikkelsen wanted to sign on to do this movie. And Scorsese. I mean, I'm on board. Um, yeah, what do you think?
Yep. I mean, look, it's similar to Heat 2, where like we don't have a lot of information, but anytime there's a movie announcement with people we like, we're gonna want to talk about it. We're gonna get excited about it. So I really like. Obviously, Leo's one of my favorite actors of all time. There was a period in time where he was my definitive number one favorite actor of all time for a bunch of years. He's still top two or top three. Um, and Jennifer Lawrence is great. She's awesome in everything she's in. She's also very funny. Like in every Jennifer Lawrence interview, I'm laughing out loud. She's a very, very funny person. And Mads Mikkelsen, I feel like I liked him in everything he's in. So I just rewatched Casino Royale. Actually, it was Sam had never seen it, so I was watching it with him. Um, and he's just like he's just good as a Bond villain. He's just freaking good, man. Like he's good in a lot of stuff. I like him a lot. So it's yeah, another one to be anticipated for.
Yeah, I wish I had more to say, but I really don't. I feel like this is a pretty simple one. But yeah, I'm definitely on the same page as you. Definitely excited. But you want to know what I'm really excited for, Noah?
Talk to me.
Really, 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 really excited
Whoa,
for
that's a lot of reallys.
Project Hail Mary. Are you
Yeah,
excited? Are you
I'm
excited? Are you
excited.
feeling?
I'm I'm getting more excited because of what I've heard in the last couple of
Let
days.
me let me read these reviews to you.
Yeah.
Let me read these reviews to
Without
you. Ready?
obviously there are not going to be any spoilers in any of these
No
reviews for
spoilers,
anyone.
no
Yeah.
spoilers. Project Hail Mary is pure joy, hilarious, heartfelt, hugely moving, widely exciting, and absolutely beautiful. The 160 minutes go by in an instant as Lord and Miller keep Weir's narrative moving like a rocket ship. Gosling is better than ever, and the Rocky effect is mind-blowing. Project Hail Mary is masterful and so beautifully done, a truly heartwarming story of humanity and friendship. Superb performance by Ryan Gosling, a career best. Greg Fraser's cinematography is exquisite to perfection. Project Hail Mary is profound and profoundly moving, an absolute masterpiece of hope and humanity. Is also insanely entertaining, funny, thrilling, surprising, and hopeful. As cheesy as it is to say we need a movie like this right now, well, we do, and I'm so thankful it's here. Do you want me to keep going? I mean, it goes
No, because I keep
on
yeah,
and
it's
on and
humanity,
on.
humanity, hope, entertainment, and it's. I saw a review that was
Masterpiece.
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 I saw a review that said it wasn't some like epic space movie that people might think it is going to be, and that it works for the better because it is, it's a character based. We talked about Wonder Man, right? There wasn't a lot of action in Wonder Man. It was character based. It was a bit grounded, and it was really really well done because of good writing, because you care about the characters. So it's yeah, it's hey, those reviews. I just read a couple tweets about it. You read off some reviews, and yeah, sign me up. Sign me up for sure.
Well, well,
I I don't think I have like 10 reelies attached to it behind the excitement. Where do you think it is on your, and if you were to re-rank your most anticipated movies of 2026, where would that be now, do you think? I'm sorry, I'm putting you on the spot, but I'm just curious.
It's like tied with the Odyssey right now.
For number one?
Yeah.
Wow.
Maybe, yeah, I think so. And maybe tied with Doomsday too. Like they're all three of them I'm so pumped for. Um, but I yeah, I mean I love space movies. It's like my thing. So having that, I love Ryan Gosling. I love everything I'm hearing about the visuals and the story and everything gets me more excited. I think I'm gonna read the book before it comes out. Um, Kind of decided on that because I want to be like a big fan of this movie. Um, and it seems everyone that's read the book is still blown away by it. So, yeah, right now it's like probably tied for my most anticipated of the year.
Awesome. Yeah,
Um,
no, March, what is it? It's late March, right? Mid to late March.
yeah, I mean, I got tickets a week early, so I'm going to see it a week
Oh
early
yeah. Yep.
on 70 millimeter IMAX. So, yeah, that'll be great. And I told you it's on Oscar night. I didn't realize, so I'm gonna have to record the Oscars and then come back and watch it, then not get it spoiled, but
I
it's
won't
worth
text
it.
you.
Don't text me. Don't text me. I'll
I
text you when
won't
I'm caught
text
up.
you.
But
Yeah.
yeah, that's where I stand right now. So these reviews are just increasing that excitement anymore. Even more, I really hope I'm not disappointed. I saw one mildly bad review. That was it. That's all I saw. So,
Well, if Ozymandias can get review bomb down from a 10 to like a 9.5, anyone can review bomb negative stuff. So don't even get me started on that because that's absurd.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Are you not a Breaking Bad guy? I forgot.
Oh, that episode. I did
Yeah,
hear about this. Yeah, because they wanted,
insane.
what do they want to be boosted up?
Like Game of Thrones.
Something
So,
silly.
so
Okay.
stupid. I love Game of
Um,
Thrones, but it's stupid.
all right,
Whatever.
let's play our game. Let's play our game.
Let's do it. We were talking about Project Hail Mary. You said you might want to read the book before. So we are going to do a brackets. I'm really wondering if people in the live stream are gonna, blast us if we choose one movie over the other they didn't like. That'd be cool. I want that.
All one
Okay.
person that's currently in it might.
Oh, I see four. I,
Oh, you see
mine's not
four in it.
mine's not updated. I see the last thing I see was thanks for sharing your experience with us. That was from like a half hour ago. I
Oh,
don't know
well,
why
it
my
keeps going. It
phone.
keeps changing viewers, but maybe. Anyway,
Anyway. More importantly, here are the so there are one at a time. No buy rounds this time. Um, and let's do it. So
yeah.
we're gonna go, this movie versus this movie, just like any bracket would work. And it's movies that were book adaptations. So they were adapted screenplays from a novel. That's what this bracket is. First up, we got Harry Potter, meaning just taking all the books combined, versus The Social Network.
And also feel free to give your opinions in the live chat down below. I'm very intrigued to see what you guys think. But Harry Potter versus Social Network. That's a tough one because The Social Network is an incredible movie, but I'm not as high on it as other people are. So I think Harry Potter is, I love that franchise. I think my answer is Harry Potter. I can't, if we're talking about a ranking of books turned to movies, I can't eliminate Harry Potter on the first round of this bracket. Do you
I
disagree?
agree. I don't know. I 1000% agree. I couldn't have said it any better, honestly. I'm also not as high as most people are. It's a good movie, don't get me wrong, and it's well written. Aaron Sorkin cooks for sure. But that's all it is. Like, it's a good movie.
And
I
Garfield's great in it.
And
Andrew
Garfield
Garfield.
is always phenomenal, especially the last scene. Still wired
Hmm.
in. Oh, it's such a good scene. And they did
Hmm.
that like what 50 takes or something. They broke 50 laptops.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. I appreciate that for sure. Um, Also, for further clarification, this bracket has nothing to do with quality of book. This is strictly the movie version. So we're not like
Yeah.
judging certain movies um, because of how the book was. Maybe the book was better than the movie or whatever. Maybe it's just about the movie, just for further clarification. Yeah, that's an easy Harry Potter for me. Harry Potter, Yeah, I think it's we can get into this some other time. I think it might be the best movie franchise, but that's I don't know. I love Harry Potter. I think it's probably the best movie franchise. What? Oh, here we go. What do you think it is?
Best movie franchise, like overall, the MCU
I'm
is probably the best movie franchise.
I okay, here's what I think. I think the MCU, I guess we're getting into it. I think the MCU is the most like impressive, the longest tenured, the biggest because of, most movies. I think
Mm.
there's way too much bad in the MCU for it to be considered the best movie franchise. There's too much
Uh,
bad. There's no Harry Potter movie that's as bad as Love and Thunder, as bad as Quantumania, that's as bad as even like Iron Man 2, that's as bad as Thor
but
2, that's as bad.
there's way more. There's way more in the MCU, and on top of that, the diversification of the MCU. So, like, if you're looking at Harry Potter, they're all essentially not. They're all different stories, obviously, but it's all the same genre, and I guess it gets darker as it goes along. But the MCU has all different genres. So when you talk about a franchise as a whole, I think it's the most successful and my favorite franchise over Harry Potter. But yes, conversation for another time. Let's
Yeah.
what's our next on this movie bracket?
Okay, so the next one up, To Kill a Mockingbird, which might be, I think, the best book I've ever read, versus the Hunger Games franchise.
The Hunger Games movies are really good, and I don't remember To Kill a Mockingbird enough, even though I've seen it, to fight hard enough for. Have you seen it recently, To Kill a Mockingbird?
You know who is Boo Radley in the movie?
I feel like I do. Who was it? Remind
It
me.
was it was
I should know.
Duvall. Yes, there we go. Robert Duvall.
Yeah, yeah, I saw that recently. I was like, I
Yeah.
saw this recently. Um, I'm. It's probably the wrong opinion, but just because I haven't seen To Kill a Mockingbird in a while, I'm gonna go for Hunger Games.
Sure. I'm cool with that. Hunger Games is good. To Kill a Mockingbird, I think the not that this matters in this ranking, but the book is definitely better than the movie, I think. Um, yeah, I'm cool with that. So far, Harry Potter and To Kill a Mockingbird advance. This is going to be very interesting. Shawshank Redemption versus your favorite sports movie of all time, Blind Side.
Yeah, I mean, it's Shawshank Redemption. I
Okay.
love The Blind Side, but the answer is Shawshank Redemption. That's the better movie. Dude,
Agreed. Okay. Yeah.
yeah.
Um, So okay, before we do this, this is let's say it's a play-in
Hmm.
game between Life of Pi and The Martian.
What's your answer? Because I've gone first on a lot of these.
My answer is I really like Life of Pi. I'm choosing The Martian, but I do really like Life of Pi.
I
Martian.
really like Life of Pi, and it deserves a rewatch from me. But I saw it in the theaters. Um, I did not see The Martian in theaters, but my answer is The Martian too. I agree with
Okay.
you.
All right.
Yeah.
So The Martian wins the play-in game. The Martian is taking on No Country for Old Men.
What's your opinion? I'll let you go first. I got mine.
Oh, mine is so easy. It is easily The Martian,
Oh, I
and
agree.
it's not. Yeah, I there there are some movies that are critically acclaimed that everyone likes, just not for me. Like it didn't really register with
Hmm.
me. So there are a few for me, and No Country for Old Men is one of them for me.
I like No Country for Old Men, but that whole, I don't want to spoil it, but there's something, a decision that's made to one of the main characters towards the second half of the movie that just really, really annoyed me. And I think, you read more about it and you understand why it was done and you get it a little bit more. And that's my big mental debate I've been having recently is how do you rate a movie based off critical acclaim or versus you once you read more about it versus
Mhm.
when you first watch a movie. Regardless, the answer even with that is going to be The Martian.
Cool. All right, let's go back to the top. Harry Potter versus the Hunger Games.
Harry Potter.
Harry
The
Potter.
Hun the Hunger Game movies are great. They really do a good job of adapting those. And it's a cinematic book series. Both of them are. But my answer is Harry Potter. You agree?
Yep, 100%. Um, And then we got The Martian versus The Shawshank Redemption.
What do you think?
Shawshank.
So, The Martian is more my speed, even though I love Shawshank.
Hmm.
But I will agree that Shawshank is the better movie. So let's go with your pick of Shawshank for this one.
Okay.
I'm
I
cool
could
with
have
that.
went. I wasn't dying on that hill. I could have went either way, but yes, I would lean Shawshank, because it is the better movie. So now we got our finals, just like that already, of Shawshank versus Harry Potter.
Um, what do you think?
You already know which way I'm leaning.
You're leaning Harry Potter.
Yeah, I think I yeah. We'll get into the we can get into like more of the debate, I guess, in a future episode. But yes, I Harry Potter pretty easily for me.
I'll I'll
Or not
I'll
easily. I shouldn't say
agree.
easily. I shouldn't say easily. Okay, Shawshank is a yeah, Shawshank is a better movie. So I guess if you want to go Shawshank, we could hash it out.
See, the thing, I don't even know if I do. You know, when I look at my rankings of my top, sorry, my top 50 movies, none of the Harry Potters are on there, but Shawshank, I think, is.
Mm.
Which makes me slightly want to choose Shawshank. But the feat of adapting a whole series, you know, when you look at Harry Potter as a whole, you know what I mean? A whole book series that they adapted and turned into multiple movies, and you watch the kids grow up. As a whole, to me, it is more successful than Shawshank is. So I can get behind Harry Potter being the answer for the best adapted book series. Let's do it. Does that make
Yay!
sense? Does that make
Yeah,
sense?
yeah, yeah. It does. It does. It
Yeah.
does. Harry wins. Yay!
Um, all right. This was a quick podcast.
Well, we're not done
Um,
yet. We're gonna do. Or actually, yeah, we'll wrap up and then we could
we're
chat with
gonna
our
answer some
fans.
questions in the live on Instagram. So stay here if you're in the chat. We're about to answer some questions. Um, all right. For our people watching on YouTube or Spotify or Apple Podcasts, thank you so much for watching. This has been episode 17 of the podcast where we talk all things film and television in
In
real
real
time.
time.
Let's go.